Oh, okay. Hey, hello. Welcome. And so I have completed the cooking, and I kind of spoke a lot about there, like eating healthy. How do you balance your food and all that sort of stuff? How do you eat healthy, especially when you're living in America? Because that's the case for me. Also trying to draw like comparison from where I sort of come from, and then like trying to see how I kind of solve some of those problems. So if you haven't watched that video yet, you should go ahead and watch it. And I know if you have just joined, right, the work, if you've just joined this uh, life pilot sort of thing, right? You will come. You're going to say that hey, we are supposed to be doing coding right now, but just after I was coming from that, and then I came to realize, oh shoot, actually, there is going to be a better way for us to actually organize the life, the kinds of for those who for I mean for people who kind of want to like put their like a really a rigorous methodology of how you do kind of work, right? So I came to realize we can actually call that as something like the app for that. We can actually call it Sqaico Work Pilot. So Sqaico Work Pilot can actually help us, like give us a sneak peek of what it is that we have kind of what we have actually been doing. So, for example, for a day, uh, the idea is that already if you come onto Sqaico, already we see that there is this part of the app like the let me first come here. This is some of this stuff is gonna change, but if I come here, you would see that we as micro consultants, or as a people who are as a people who want to kind of work in a very transparent way, right? You can do a lot of stuff as essentially. So like here, we now know we have a way to measure the impact of the work that we do, right? So you as a consultant, right, a self-employed person, that you have a way to measure like how your work is actually impacting people, whether you should even continue to do that work or not. This is publicly, people can actually come and express their stuff. So here on this reputation version control, I don't know if this name is okay, but for now we are calling this as a Sqaico reputation version control. If you want to be one of the builders on Sqaico, especially where you want to make a name for yourself under this, I think this part of the name, if you come up with a better name for this part of Sqaico, then that's fine. You try to suggest it to me, and then I'll see if I can I can do this. There's obviously going to be some kind of time. This has to be like some sort of time bound, and then we're going to see if we should call it that way or we should change the name at some point. So this way, we also have community. We integrate community feedback, and we credit people necessarily after that. And so make sure you go and read like how do you contribute to Sqaico. You have to go read the terms of those things before you even submit or do that stuff, because if you do not feel like participating in those stuff, then you don't need to even work onto it. But yeah, this is a thing that needs to be, I think, needs renaming for now, for a better lack for lack of better name. We kind of decided to call it as Sqaico reputation or something, reputation version control, something like that. So I'm I'm pretty sure the goal is to have this as part of the Sqaico account manager, And if, for example, if I come here to the account manager, it brings me to my my online, so it's sort of like my, yes, my office, my online office here on Sqaico, obviously. So the thing here is, let me see, if I come to the profile, to my profile here, you can see in the profile I have I have this also. So the design here is screwed up a little bit, but we'll come and see why that is the case. So let me see. I think that's because let me actually just go to the account, Sqaico account. I think it's this one. So this way we can, okay, yeah. So I think that renders well because we are on account. So we have the micro consultancy account. You can see I have that still. It's kind of and then there's verification, and then there's of course email and that sort of stuff. So I think at some point we're just gonna be able to, the primary we would have here as a primary account, and then we would have the micro consultancy account, because some of these things people have to kind of enroll to it, and then you get to kind of decide whenever you are presenting your profile, like which profile do you want people to see first. Do you care about the primary profile, or do you care about the social media kind of profile that you just want to show, or something like that? The idea is to have to make sure that uh, your your account is not like very static, like as we see in traditional social platforms. So because here, this is where you do your work, this is where you socialize, this is where you kind of have everything. You are in your life, your life's work, especially here on the in the super app. So we need to have like a profile or account that kind of fits to, that adapts to whatever it is that that you intend to do. And so that's part of the thing that um, we are going to kind of consolidate that into. Now another thing that we, for the Sqaico, let's come and actually talk about the Sqaico work pilot. So the Sqaico work pilot, the thing I'm thinking here is that say you have a project, right? Say like you're working on a project. In most cases, in the traditional sense, what do you have? You have only you only document the things that is required for that particular project, right? But and that's okay. That is good for maintaining focus, but it doesn't work well when you're trying to create a lifestyle based on your work, or a lifestyle based on how you do things. Like this way, it's kind of transparent. How, if you feel like you want to show people, like you want to share your knowledge, share how you handle, how you do certain things, right? Then you kind of get a chance to do this, this that way. So my idea here is that Sqaico Work Pilot is a sense. What is it going to do? It's going to track like the work that is related under a particular, say, under a particular kind of project that you give it a name. For example, say I was doing this work for I was doing the work, I was building the Sqaico video editor. So when I'm building that Sqaico video editor, if we really want a full documentation of how this work actually got done, then we can do things like so for instance, like today, what did I do? Let me see if I can actually put that there. I first of all, I actually recorded video. I keep recording video consistently of what I am doing. So that video is the tutorial. And then after that, I took a break. Now I did like I did cooking that resulted into it like a food, and I from there, actually, I found out that I uncovered a whole host of stuff from there. And then what else? After that, what did I do? I think I kind of talked about a bunch of other stuff there. And then I brainstormed like ideas as well, like a brainstorm ideas, or like this one right now, what I'm doing. So essentially here, what happened while I was talking to you, right? While I was talking to people, I was trying to explain the way how I do things. I came to realize, actually, I came up with an idea. So that idea now is what we're doing here now. We are trying to kind of distill it here further, capturing it. It's called the Sqaico work pilot. So what I intend to do here is that now I did the brainstorming, and yeah, I did brainstorming, which actually resulted into this, how do I say, which resulted into this idea, the Sqaico, this app idea here, that I'm thinking, I don't know if it's going to succeed or not, but that's not the point. The thing is that I'm documenting like my process of how I get things going, or something like that. Then we also and then I also came to realize that I actually clearly marketed, right? I marketed Sqaico for, I didn't even know that this I was doing. Perhaps some of you actually have realized that I'm marketing Sqaico actually, but that wasn't what I was thinking. But it also gave me some sort of organic way for you to talk about Sqaico. I mean, for me to talk to you about what Sqaico is, and hopefully just by seeing this one day of how my day has gone, you should actually see. You should actually see. You can actually see like how this stuff actually come out. So instead, I think instead of calling it Sqaico Work Pilot, we should actually call it Sqaico Work Day. Maybe, let's see, I think Sqaico Work Day might be better. Some of you might disagree. Let's see. If you disagree and you say this should be called Sqaico Work Day, or something else, or something different that captures what it is that we are doing, then feel free to give me that. Now, the core, this is, so we want, it's essentially giving us a breakdown of how our day has actually gone. So if somebody comes and asks and say, how did your day go? Now we don't even have to talk about how our day go. We can just send them a link, and then they can actually see what it is that we have done, right? So if they really care about it, if they are not doing some sort of conversation, they want you to talk about that stuff, then you can save yourself some time and send a link of this to those people, right? So so why is this important? The importance here is that okay, clear documentation of how your work day actually goes. And for those of you who are like who want to, some of you might wanna once people visit some of those specific kind of documentations that you put, like on top of that, you can actually sandwich and put some sort of adverts in those things, right? You can put some kind of adverts in there, and then you get to kind of essentially market it, and then while you're documenting this stuff, you keep earning some sort of you keep earning some kind of money. So, and then you also keep like introducing yourself to people, so people who really care about you, especially the ones who want to see you succeed, if they care, they will see how you do things. And then also, for obvious reason, you can also share this with mentors, right? Sharing. So the sharing here can be with mentors. Mentors can see if you have done this stuff well, or whatever. And then, I don't know, you can also connect using your work, like how you do because some of the thing you get to document like exciting stuff that happened during your work or that sort of thing, and you can do that. So I think that's what I'm thinking about. And in terms of visualization, if I can give you, so we can imagine like some kind of let me see, I think I'm going to have to draw this. So you can imagine this something here. Oof, that is big. I'm going to go there. So you can imagine that you have the day, you have like a timeline of the day that goes here. So we have this goes from here, like say from the time of your work. Most people start to work at 8 p.m. 8:00, right? 8:00 p.m. And then you have here 12 p.m. 12 p.m. and then maybe all the way up to like 4 p.m. So you have these 0 0, and then here this is 12 0 0. You have that. So you have this is AM, right? Maybe you woke up and this is AM, and this is PM. PM here, and then this is AM as well. Oh, PM. All right, so let's do that. This is PM, 4 p.m. Oh, what in the world was that? Okay, so PM somewhere here. So in between this time scale here, so you can now sandwich and create. So obviously we're going to have to visualize this in some sort of we can create a better visualization for this. But ideally, so let's see, actually let's instead of taking this, I mean going with this somewhere else, let's actually just do it here. I'm just gonna go ahead and not that one there, grab this and just get rid of this, and then try to as much as possible to visualize this. So I'm going to have like a straight line here, okay, a straight line here like that. And then let's see, we have these, and then we have this stuff here, maybe something like this. This is where our day begin, and we can have other things like branching off from here, right? So these are sort of like events as the day goes on. These are events, and some of these events can branch from here like so. So we are essentially, I think we can visualize it as a tree. Some of the events can branch from here and there. And so, for example, here we would say, what did we do here, for example? Here, this was, we recorded tutorial. Let's see, recorded tutorial. And then what about here? Drunk coffee. And what about here? Edited video and uploaded to YouTube. And then maybe here, what did we do here? Maybe here, I think I did I sort of, what did I do here? Here, what I did was yes, I cooked and marketed Sqaico, and marketed Sqaico. And then what did I do here? Next thing, again, came back. Okay, develop, right? conceive more Sqaico workday idea. So you can see this one here. So now I have these, essentially I have this, and as the day goes on, and obviously I'm going to jump back here and I'll be doing this. So each time we are doing this, we are going to continue to kind of capture this. For now, in the beginning, I think we're just gonna have to do this manually. So the idea here is that, so it makes like sharing this individual kind of projects kind of easier. So somebody can come here and look at your workday and see here like your workday, I don't know. So workday here, I don't know, something like this. Sqaico workday, maybe we can make it something like this. Sqaico work day, we can call it this, something like that. And then I don't know, yeah, so we can see here we've now conceived these, so we will kind of see how we can visualize this better. This could be like 3D as we are looking into it. So the idea is just to give people a sneak peek of what it is that we have done, so that way the work that we have done, like all these different kind of work that we have done, which are not sort of like directly related, but they share like common ancestor, like they have been done in a day, but also communicates a clear line of structure for that. That is actually what Sqaico Workday is good for. Now, what I like to do is that whenever an idea struck like this, I like to record it like this and then just leave it, and I sort of come and revisit it at some point and then really think further, because sometimes some ideas that pops into my head is just brain fart, and it looks like my brain thinks like this is really important, and it really magnifies it really big, like I can feel that this is going to be something very big. But then at some point, then I come and look at it at some point, and I'm like, nope, doesn't work that way. That's not gonna work. This is a terrible idea. And then I discard it. But at least now I have captured it. And then also some of the things I like to do is that sometimes some of these ideas you will find that they reoccur, right? So like when you record it, when you document it like this, then you will find out that, hey, actually I have to, or I have to come and capture this at some point. Then you go ahead and you actually do it. You actually do that. You actually essentially you do that. You come to realize, hey, this is not a new idea. I actually thought about this some day ago. Where is the evidence? Then you come to documents like this one here, and you can actually question, why is it that my brain thinks that this idea is there? Or at least essentially you can also see if somebody somewhere else, or you come up across a product that is like these or something, and then you can essentially work your ways through and see how those things are going to go. So I like to essentially think this way and then see how this work is gonna like continue. So if this, I come and see at some point that it's actually a great idea, then obviously I'm gonna go ahead and build it at some point. So, but I think this is really gonna take some shape, because I'm the kind of person who likes sometimes doing things here and there, and there. I hate the idea of me being restricted, or like me being told what to do. Like if I'm doing things that I care about, or the things that I want, I feel really like I'm living my life, So yeah, so like for me, it makes me happy to build things, tools like this one here. Like, so essentially like this one, this is like somebody actually say this is a beast, and I'm like, yeah, somehow this actually reflects like the way how I actually do things, and as somehow it makes me at least I'm a little bit I'm actually proud of how this thing is coming up. But yeah, we will try to see how this one actually goes, and maybe at some point we might sunset some of this stuff and then maybe not talk about it. I don't know, but for now, that's it. I'm gonna kind of keep it there, and at least this has given you some idea of how I kind of reason, how I approach some of these common problems that I come through. So yeah, thank you for watching if you've persisted up to this time, and then obviously make sure if this is helpful, and then make sure go to my rep VC and give me a green. That would be, I'll be so happy. So the rep VC is here. Where is it? Let me actually come here. So I'm collecting impacts. So if my
Playing
work
from
has
Logos
kind of
MacBook Pro
impact
2.
you, then try to come and put for me a green here. So like I don't think I have had any impact. I haven't impacted anybody today, so that's sad. But yeah, okay. Hopefully you'll come and backdate that. All right.